Brianna here. So today I'm going to show you the flow that I do to prep for my splits, and here is just an example of where I'm at in my splits journey. It's taken me about 2 years to get into splits that are this deep, and I only have it on my right side. And of course at the beginning of my practice they do not look like this, and I'm going to show you what my splits look like before I stretch, before I do this flow, but I wouldn't recommend trying it without warming up first. So here are my right splits before I've stretched out, and here are my left splits. And we're going to get this flow started off with some sun salutations, so come to the top edge of your mat and let's get started. Beginning with sun salutation A, inhale, raise your arms, exhale, forward fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, step back to chaturanga, inhale, cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Hold for 5 breaths. And inhale, step up to flat back, exhale, forward fold, inhale, arms up, exhale, release, inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, step back to chaturanga, inhale, cobra, exhale, downward dog, and hold for 5 breaths again. Inhale, step up to flat back, exhale, forward fold, inhale, arms up, exhale, release. Last time, inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, step back to chaturanga, inhale, cobra, and exhale, downward dog. We're just going to hang out here again for another 5 breaths. And inhale, step up to flat back, exhale, forward fold, inhale, arms up, exhale, release. Sun salutation B, 1 time. Inhale, chair pose, exhale, forward fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, jump or step back to chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Hold for 5 breaths again. Just hang out here, really enjoy the stretch. Inhale, step up with your right foot, warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step up with your left foot, warrior 1. Exhale, back down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, jump or step up to flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. And now we're done with the sun salutations. Arms back up, forward fold, flat back, place your hands down and step back to chaturanga, release and cobra. Just hang out here for a little bit, really feel the stretch. Try to find your alignment and then look over your left shoulder and then again over your right shoulder. Tuck your toes under and go to downward dog. Place your right foot between your hands into a low lunge and then drop your left knee. Flatten your left foot. Reach your right arm up and over and grab onto your left foot, ankle, wherever on your foot you feel is comfortable. I have my palm facing out towards my right leg, but I do switch it to feel more comfortable and to feel a deeper stretch. You should be feeling this right in the left quads. And we're going to hold a little bit. And release your foot and push your upper body up And go into a low lunge with your left knee on the floor. You want to really keep your hips squared so that they're parallel to the short edge of your mat. I always like to place my hands on my hip to kind of remind me of my hip alignment. And this stretch you should really be feeling in the front of your left hip. Now straighten your right leg, flex your right foot, and fold over for a hamstring stretch. Just hang out here for a while. And bend that right leg back again and back to your low lunge. We're just going to hang out here for a little bit. You also want to make sure that you're not sinking into your right hip. Again, this comes with your hips being squared off parallel to the short edge of your mat. And straighten your right leg, flex your right foot, and fold over for that right hamstring stretch. So what we're doing here is we're opening up the hamstring of your front leg and also opening up the front of the hip and the quads of your back leg for your splits, and that is what is key. Now bend your right knee back to your low lunge, place the right foot back into downward dog, bring your left feet between your hands and drop your right knee and flatten your right foot. Reach back with your left arm and grab your right foot, your toes, your ankles, whatever's comfortable, and really pull on it to get that stretch in your right quads. We're just going to repeat that same sequence on the other side now. And hold. And release your right foot and push your upper body back up, and we're going to go into that low lunge for the stretch in the front of your right hip. As you can see, my hand is on my right hip to just remind myself to not let that hip fall backwards and to really push it forward, square my hips parallel to the short edge of my mat. And remember not to let your left hip sink in either. And straighten your left knee, flex your left foot, and fold over, stretching your left hamstrings now. Gonna hang out here again. And bend your left knee back to that low lunge. And just hold here for a little bit. As you breathe, if you feel like you're opening up on the exhale, you can try to push the stretch a little bit more. And straighten your left leg, flex your left foot, and forward fold to stretch out the left hamstrings again. And bend the left knee back to low lunge, step back to downward dog, roll out to high plank, lower to chaturanga, and cobra. We're going to repeat that sequence twice more, going a little bit faster each time. So back to downward dog, step forward with your right foot, use your right hand to grab your left foot and stretch your quads. And release, push up to your low lunge. And forward fold for your right hamstring stretch. And back to your low lunge. And straighten that right leg again, fold over. Back to your low lunge, right foot back to downward dog, bring the left foot forward and use your left arm to grab that right foot. Release and sit into that low lunge. Straighten the left leg and fold over. Back to your low lunge. You should feel yourself a little deeper in this pose now, the second time around. And straighten the left leg, fold over. Back to your low lunge, step back into downward dog, roll out to high plank, down to chaturanga and cobra. And back to downward dog. Lift your right leg, keep the hips square, then bend your knee and then stack the hips. Bring your right foot between your hands and go into your low lunge, cactus arms, and do a mini back bend right here. And straighten the right leg and back to your low lunge with a tiny back bend. And straighten the right leg, fold over. Back to low lunge, downward dog, raise the left foot, keep the hips square, bend the knee, stack the hips, and bring the left foot between the hands. And a low lunge, cactus arms, mini back bend right here. And straighten the left leg, fold over. Again with a low lunge with a tiny back bend. And straighten the left leg again. Back to lunge, downward dog, roll out to high plank, chaturanga, cobra, and back to downward dog. Right leg up and then through between the arms, and crescent pose. Place your hands back by your feet and step up to pyramid pose. Turn your left foot out, bend your left leg, and flex your right foot. Back to pyramid pose. And step back to crescent. And hands back by your feet, step back to downward dog, raise the left leg, bring it through between the hands, crescent pose. Hands back by your foot and step up to pyramid pose on this side. Turn your right foot, bend your right knee, flex your left foot. And back to pyramid pose. And step back to crescent. Hands back by your foot, step back to downward dog, roll out to high plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Raise your right foot, step between your hands, crescent pose with cactus arms and a mini back bend, and pyramid pose. Bend your back leg, flex your front. Back to pyramid. Step back to crescent pose with your little back bend. Hands back down, downward dog, raise your left foot, step it between your hands. Crescent pose with your little back bend. Pyramid pose. Bend your back leg, flex your front. Back to pyramid. Back to crescent with the back bend. And step back to downward dog. Roll out to high plank, chaturanga, upward dog. You know the drill by now. and downward dog. Step up with your right foot, drop your left knee. Back to that low lunge. Reach back with your arms and grab your foot. A little bit of a shoulder and chest stretch here, and you should also be feeling it in your left quad and the front of your left hip. And I like to release my left arm and rotate my grip and just stretch that quad again and release, and back to downward dog. And step forward with your left foot, drop the right knee, and reach back again with your arms, grabbing the foot. Get a little bit of that nice shoulder stretch while also stretching the right quad and the front of your right hip. And just releasing the right arm and flipping the grip on the left. You don't have to do this, you can stay if the other one was comfortable. And back to downward dog. Roll out to high plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and back to downward dog. Bring your right leg forward into pigeon pose and push off the floor so you get that nice stretch again in the front of your left hip and your left quads. So we're setting up your back leg for what it'll be like in splits. And back to downward dog. Bring your left foot forward to pigeon pose, same thing on the other side. You should be feeling that stretch right here in your right quads and the front of your right hip, setting up for your left splits. And back to downward dog. Step up, flat back, forward fold, and sit down into Dandasana, and forward fold again, seated this time. Hang out here for a little bit, nice hamstring stretch. And release. And bend your left leg so that your left foot is right by your right knee. And forward fold over your right leg. Really getting into those final stretches here before we try the actual splits. And release, and switch legs, and fold over your left foot. And release. And I'm just scooting myself down the mat here so that my head stays on the mat. And pull your right knee in. And just hug it into you. Now I'm grabbing my ankle here, but wherever you can reach, hold on to your leg and straighten. You want your leg to be right above you. Don't let it go off to the side, and with every exhale, pull it in towards your body a little bit more. And release, and hug your left knee into your chest. Same thing, grab on to wherever you can reach on your leg, pull it towards your body a little bit more with every exhale. And release. And sit back up, back to a seated forward fold. And back to standing forward fold, flat back, step back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward dog, and now we're going to try the splits. So step your right foot forward between your hands, drop your left knee back into that low lunge, and then just slide your right foot forward or your left foot back as far as it'll go. And here I'm just showing you some variations of splits. I like this one because it really forces me to make sure my hips are squared. And this one here is just more of a hamstring stretch, less of the quad stretch. You want to add that quad stretch in from this position. I love this variation from Jessica Oli. And that's your right side. Bring your right foot back. I'm going into a nice child's pose here. And stepping my left foot forward, back into that low lunge before I slide it as far as I can go. As you can see here, I do not have my left splits. It's something I don't work on very often, but I should. And here I'm just trying to make little adjustments to keep my hips squared. Although I will show you, here is when I'm opening up my hips to the side, and you can see it looks like I would have had my splits there. And bring it back to child's pose. So there you have it. I hope that was helpful. Thank you all for practicing with me.